If I hear this brother talk about I need a Coretta one more time, leave Coretta alone. Let her rest in peace.
Yes.
Okay.
Is she dead?
Oh,
Are you serious?
is she?
there?
Hold
Is she
on.
dead?
Oh, that's a good question.
Y'all really
I-
asking that right now?
No, for real.
Okay.
Not Lace. You think I sit around and keep up with?
I'm not saying that. Yeah, she passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
2006.
Then y'all really asking that? Y'all gonna have to edit that. Y'all gonna have to edit that. Cause y'all some simple Negroes up in here.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace. The podcast with men that have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast with men that have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lace.
I ain't gonna hold you. I thought about when I was getting my iPhone the other day. I was like, T-Mobile might not be a bad spot to work on the weekends.
T-Mobile is trash.
You work for T-Mobile?
I work for every cell phone company that exists.
Tell me what? When?
Hey, what's going on? You know what it is, man. It's your boy Melly Mel, a.k.a. Melly Badass, a.k.a. Meek Mel, a.k.a. your favorite two-teller, a.k.a. if you don't want to know, don't ask me.
It's your boy T-Roy, a.k.a. your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
All right.
That...
Greetings and salutations. It's your boy, Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. NBA old boy, a.k.a. I'm him, a.k.a. that's hella plausible, a.k.a. Mr. A. Yo, let's go.
That sounds like you.
Greetings and salutations.
I know.
Hey, T-Mobile is trash though, Troy. And yeah, to your point, I have worked for every single cell phone company that exists.
Now, T-Mobile as a company is trash, or working in the store is trash, or everything?
T-Mobile as like a service provider, I always thought was trash. Like, it's great if you live in a metro or like urban area.
Sure.
But once you get into some of those like rural places, stuff like T-Mobile is absolutely trash.
So you work for every store?
And let me not say every store that exists, but back in the day, all the major ones.
Yeah.
So Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, anyone that you could think, Sprint, I worked at all of them.
Bro, you get around when it come to working.
I appreciate you cleaning that up.
Right. Nasty work.
I have worked a lot of places though, for real. Early on, bouncing from thing to thing, trying to figure out, Pause.
I didn't. I was
I
gonna
saw
let
your-
it slide.
I saw your
I was
face.
gonna let it slide.
I saw your face, yo.
I was gonna let it slide. I wasn't gonna say anything about it. But speaking of T-Mobile, I had a trash experience. So the fact that you said they are trash, I had a trash experience. Now, one thing I will say I appreciate about T-Mobile is they not as expensive as they could be. You know what I'm saying? Like Verizon, I heard they hitting cats in the head. Like, you got to sell your first child in order to have service with them monthly. But I went to T-Mobile yesterday. I wanted the new phone, and I went into the store. Homie was like, I was like, yeah, man, I want to get this phone with these specs. He was like, great. And just want to let you know, I just looked it up. You actually qualify for like a extra upgrade. I was like, word, say word. He was like, yeah, you get the watch, you get the cover, and you also get a case with it. And I was like, oh, bet. And I was like, well, how much does that come out to a month? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at my bill. He's like, okay, so everything added up, it's gonna come up to $90. I said, oh, okay, cool. Well, I saw online I could just get the phone for $50. So what happens if I take away all that stuff and I just get the phone? And he was like, so you get the watch, the case, and the cover, and it's going to come out to $90. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't want all of that. I just want the phone. And the interweb said I can get this phone for $50 extra a month. He's like, oh, yeah. So you just need to get that online if you want to get it at that price point. I said, wait, so y'all got the product in the store, but y'all won't just sell me the phone? So you get the watch, the case, said, bro, okay, all right. You won't sell me the phone. He was like, yes, we can sell you the phone, but then he went through his whole process again. And I just felt some type of way. And then he was like, but listen, what I can do is I can also let you get the internet and you can try it out for 2 weeks. Cause they got a whole new internet. I'm not trying to give them kudos or anything, but free advertisement. But you get the internet for 2 weeks, try it out, and we'll give you the equipment and everything. I said, bet. So we doing everything, and I was like, so you just not gonna sell me the phone for the price that the internet says that the phone's supposed to be? He said, yeah, I definitely can. You gonna get the watch, the case for $90 a month. And I was like, all right, man, I don't want it, but I will take the internet. I'll try it out for 2 weeks because it's cheaper than what I got. Left, went to another store. They was like, yeah, bro, they not supposed to be doing. Another T-Mobile store within my city was like, yeah, bro, that wasn't right.
You have multiple T-Mobiles?
Yeah, it's like 4. With all within like 15, 20 minutes of each other. Went to another store. They was like, yeah, bro, some stores they just they won't sell it to you unless it's in the package or bundle, but they're not supposed to do that. And so but they didn't have my phone either. So I went to the third T-Mobile store within my city, and they did have my phone. And I told them the situation. They was like, yeah. And the lady was like, listen, I'm sorry that you went through that, but it helps us to package and bundle everything together because it helps us as far as sales. Yeah. I said, I understand it helps y'all with sales, but I need to worry about my bill because here's the thing. If it's me or you that gets helped, I'ma help me. You feel me? So I was so mad. I was so mad. Let me tell you how mad I was. The free internet that he gave me, the equipment, I went back to the store after I got my phone and was like, hey, bro, you can have it back. He was like, did you even try it out? I was like, no, you can see the seal. It's not even broken. He was like, what happened? I was like, I felt like I was more of a sale than I was an appreciated customer when I came in here, and so I want to have my stuff back because it's the principle of the whole thing. It is the principle,
and you know what? Lace laughing, but I'm with you, Troy.
Yeah,
I'm with you,
and I learned that from you, and
exactly.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say real quick.
Thank you.
Melvin. The fact that you are a principal man, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate the fact that, you stand
Hey,
on.
Hey, man, do that again. Don't be shaking my hand like a bad bitch.
You gave me a fit, I really appreciate that you stand on principle. And in that moment, I channeled my inner male and said, I don't want none of it.
None of it.
You told him, didn't you?
I did. I did. Because you don't realize this, and Mel may know, if I return it within a certain period of time without even trying it, it's a restock fee. Yeah. But no, it was free.
No, I'm saying if you cracked it open and plugged it up,
that would have gave you a restock fee. They would have charged you a restock fee to return.
But I never cracked it.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that's
okay. But the other thing, I'm sorry, understanding, right? But the thing is it's buyer's remorse type of thing. You know what I'm saying? That I returned it back in such a period of time because I was like, yo, bro, I feel like you could have got a sale. You could have sold the phone, but you didn't want to without giving me the watch, the case.
Yeah, because you're messing with his money.
Yeah. I used to do that, but I didn't used to tell people what you asked.
Right.
I used to bundle it together, but I'd play it like it all come together.
Right. Like when I worked at Verizon, you get phone, case, screen protector, extra charger,
car charger, all that.
I'm
bundling that. I'm bundling it.
But okay. But if somebody didn't say it, but I don't want all of that, I just want the phone.
You need that.
You need that. I'm gonna sell you on why you need it.
You need that.
I'm telling you, bro. I done ran into people like you, bro.
You don't know what you need.
Because my man was like, we give you the experience. See,
that's the thing. I'm not selling the experience.
But that's what he tried to sell me.
That's the thing. I'm not selling the experience. Because the first thing I'm going to say is, what happens if you drop your phone?
Exactly.
The phone is $700+ Do you just have that? Because we're not going to replace it unless you got insurance.
And then you got to remind you already canceled that you said you didn't want insurance.
You don't want insurance.
I never said I didn't want insurance.
I know, but most people used to decline the insurance.
Yeah, it's easy.
I know you've been.
He just went about the wrong way.
Come on, he tried to sell it.
Wait! Y'all trying to sell me now?
You would have left up out of there.
You would have left up out of there with the phone, the watch, the case.
You leave it with
the phone, the watch, the case. I would have got you, bro.
No, man. See, y'all not even looking out for me because it's the customer. I'm not saying the customer's always right.
Mhm.
That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say, if the customer knows what they want, knows what they can actually, I don't need the extra charger because I got a brick
Let
at
'em know,
home.
Lace.
But this
I got the
is-
brick
let
at the
'em know,
crib.
Lace.
I know how to use Amazon. I can
This is the
purchase
problem
these
with your
things.
philosophy. You talking about the customer knows what they want. The customer
Don't know what they want.
In that situation, I did.
Okay, Troy, but okay, speaking of someone who's worked in most of these cell phone places before and dealing with people like you on a daily basis, 9 out of the 10 people that come in there do not what they want. They do not know what they want. They haven't done the research on the phone. They haven't come to a conclusion on the plan. They don't know the features half the time. Well, what does this do that's different than this one? You sitting there trying to explain that.
And you know, I
You
ain't
don't know
selling
what you want.
features.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
selling no features.
You don't know what you want. So now I gotta explain it. Now I gotta explain it to you. Now I'm selling it to you.
Yeah.
And I'm bundling that stuff.
Absolutely.
I done wasted an hour and a half talking to you about this phone. You gonna get this case, this watch,
all of it.
Cover.
All of
the
it.
screen protector, the
All
car
that.
charger.
No, bro.
Oh, you want me to transfer your photos and your contacts?
I don't need all
Yo,
of that.
That used to piss
you got to
me
get a bundle for that.
off.
That's a service.
You remember that little machine that
Yeah.
you had to use to type that? I hated that. I used to hope no one
Yeah.
asked me to do that.
Oh, you ain't got your stuff backed up on your cloud? Oh, it's a charge for that. You got to
Yeah,
get this
come on
bundle.
now.
Nah, bro. I felt like a number. I didn't feel
You are a
appreciated.
number.
And you know what? I really felt like? I felt like two situations. Y'all remember the episode of Boondocks when Grandpa went to the Apple store to get the phone? He wanted Siri. That's what he wanted. He was like, I really want Siri. He was like, oh yeah, you get this computer. No, he get the cell phone. He was like, all right, but I really want to be able to see. I can't see the screen. I want. That's great. You want the tablet? All right. Well, then you need, get the computer. He's like, no, I want it all in one together. Okay, I know what I want. And then there was other situation. 40-year-old virgin. When Kevin Hart walked up in that joint, he said, hey, man. And that's the crazy thing. I was talking to a black man. I was talking to a black man. Hey, I don't need for you to be my brother. I want you to be my ninja. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be my ninja right now. Look out for me and what I want. And I felt like he was taking advantage
Hey,
of
guess
me,
what
bro.
he said? That I can't do. You gonna get the phone, the watch, the case. So now move along amicably
So hold
so we
on.
can complete the sale.
But then, help me understand. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just processing.
Okay,
Just
process.
That's understanding. So you mean to tell me you went to the store to get a single phone
and left with internet.
and left with the people's internet?
He sold me. He sold me. He sold me.
But you know what you want. Okay.
He went to get a phone and left with a modem. He left with a modem wrapped in plastic, and he went to get a cell phone.
And that's what makes it worse. That's what makes it worse. I wasn't a valued customer.
But my thing is this.
That's not funny. I was taken advantage of.
You went to get a phone, left with the people's internets, wasted your petrol going to 2 other places.
I definitely did.
Just to come back to return it. You can't make it up, bro. You can't
Walked out like
went for a phone, left with the internet. So
Yo.
you could have just got it at once if you would have just bundled it.
Troy. You channeled your inner mail a little bit.
But yeah.
You made progress, but not all the way. Because I would have left with that phone. Or I would have left with nothing at all. I'm not
Right.
going to go in there and take Apple. Whatever.
Mel, I asked him 5 times.
But again, you speaking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
I need to speak to your manager. I'm just here to get a phone. I'm not leaving without the phone. If y'all have the phone, I'm not leaving without no phone. I'm not doing XYZ. But hey, you got to tour the city. You know what I'm saying? So hey, why
Yo.
not?
I didn't think about that. I should have hit him with that. I want to talk to your manager.
Easy.
But his manager was sitting right there.
Bro,
Don't matter.
I
Yeah.
promise you. Inner mail me at that point. After I've already told you what I want, because I'm one of the 1 out of the 10. That I know what I want when I come here. I done the research. I'm a techie. So if I would have ran into that experience, inner mail would have been like, how's your day going so far? In the middle of the conversation. Be like, hey, man, I appreciate your help, man. How's your day going so far? Be like, man, it's pretty good. It's about to get worse if you don't give me what the hell I It's about to go downhill. Your day's about to go downhill. If you want to finish the rest of your day how you started it, give me what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Do what I'm telling you to do.
Yes.
I already know what I want. I done the research. Don't sell me nothing else. This is what I came to get. This is what I want. Give me that. If you can't give me that, connect me to somebody who can.
Right.
I'm leaving up out of here. You
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
a sale or make nothing at all. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have got to the internet.
Mm-hmm. But he had packaged that already in at the very beginning.
Yeah, he
You get to
hustled you.
watch.
Yeah, he has
He hustled you. You get
He
to
did.
watch the phone.
and the people
And the internet, Al Gore's internet,
Al Gore
a screen
But
protector.
here's the thing about the internet, though. It was like you tried for 2 weeks for free,
Mm-hmm.
and the package is cheaper than what I'm already paying for my internet. So I was like, all right, I did kind of get some type of advantage of being here. But then after driving across town, I realized that I was treated like some common whore.
With the modem.
And I came back.
With the modem,
With
though.
the modem.
Yo, that's a wild
Wow.
story, bro. We got progress is better than nothing at all.
Yeah.
So I commend you for going back and saying your piece.
But
Yes.
next time, optimize your opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for reminding
Yeah,
me.
Hey,
got you.
I commend you, bro,
I
for
appreciate
going back. Because old Troy would have just kept the internet.
I called my wife, was like, hey, I got free internet for us for 2 weeks. I was happy. But then I told her about the situation, and she was like, Troy, I think he tried to take advantage of you. I was like, I think he did.
I wonder how often she counsels you. like you don't even know you being counseled.
But see, that's what happened when you got a Coretta, though. When you got a Coretta, she gonna make sure
I
that you
feel
know
that.
you was taking advantage
I
of.
feel that. I
Bruh,
feel that.
if I hear this brother talk about I need a Coretta one more time, leave Coretta alone. Let her rest in peace.
Yes.
Okay?
Is she dead?
Oh,
Are you serious?
is she?
there?
Hold
Is she
on.
dead?
Oh, that's a good question.
Y'all really
I-
asking that right now?
No, for real.
Okay.
Not Lace. You think I sit around and keep up with?
I'm not saying that. Yeah, she passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
2006.
Then y'all really asking that? y'all got to edit that. Y'all gonna have to edit that. Cause y'all some simple Negroes up in here. Don't make no sense.
Listen, I was fully convinced that she had passed away until he asked the question, and I was like, "Oh, do I not know for
Hey,
real?
bro,
For real?
Come on, I just graduated high school after 2006.
Yeah, man.
Y'all.
I mean, I graduated before 2006, but I was still early enough to not be focused on Coretta
Y'all
Scott.
don't even know.
Hey, bro, come on now.
Mm.
It's I'm
This was wrong with our people.
no disrespect. I just
This
didn't.
was-
I just didn't
Y'all
know.
got to please edit that.
No disrespect. I just didn't know. I just didn't know how old she might be at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that she had passed away.
Okay.
I had known. I had known. To be quite honest.
So excuse me.
Yes. But yeah.
Move on to the topics, because now Lace the
Simple Negroes.
So I mean, we already here. This is kind of old by the time, but we never got a chance to talk to it because we took our break, our hiatus.
kick in the segment.
The segment I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what we
yeah.
about to do right now, right?
Yeah,
Was it I don't care? Or we just doing general topics?
we kind of early for it, but yeah, we can do it right now.
No, it's up to you.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Are they gonna tie into it?
Yes.
All
right. So, I Don't Care was a segment in which we do here on
Mhm.
Mainly D's podcast where we talk about new events and old events, but we give you the caveman perspective on it. And just recently, as you all know, our man Jonathan Majors.
Our man?
Whoa.
Come on, Buffneck.
Whoa.
Jonathan Majors, the actor. He went to school at Winston-Salem, and not Winston-Salem State, but School of Theater, one of the art schools.
School of Arts?
Yeah, School of Arts. He's a graduate of there. But anyway, Jonathan Majors, just last year, he was in a situation in which he was interacting with his former girlfriend, and there was video of them tussling and going back and forth in the car. And then charges were brought upon him of assault, and there were misdemeanor charges, and he was found guilty. But in the midst of the case, one of the text messages that he sent to his former girlfriend, who is of white descent, he said, "I need for you to be more of a Coretta in my life." Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When she probably first saw that, she didn't know who a Coretta was. To be quite honest,
She probably didn't even know she wasn't alive.
Right. She probably didn't know she wasn't alive.
I'm not gonna speculate, but I know y'all did not know that.
But for some strange reasons, when he first mentioned that, it was like, okay, first of all, how can you expect somebody who hasn't went through a struggle to understand what a Coretta actually went through? You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest things that Coretta Scott King is known for is standing beside Martin Luther King Jr. while he was fighting for the civil rights, actually encouraging him to do that while his life was being threatened, in the sense of his family's life being threatened. And people was getting, like, civil rights leaders were getting killed during this time. And eventually,
while she was doing her aspect of civil rights work as well,
and she was doing her civil rights work as well too. And she also knew of the secrets that were going on behind the door, but she still stood 10 toes down beside her man. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what he was encouraging her to do, but I don't think she knew the significance of what a Coretta is. So then, after the whole case is over, Jonathan Majors is dating Megan Good, and Megan Good, he says, she is my Coretta that I needed right now, and stuff like that. And I know Megan probably read this and said, my name is Megan Good. Okay, I've made a name for myself. You don't call me no other woman's name. So, do we care about Jonathan Majors or not?
I think my man, he out of pocket for that. For one, I know what he's trying to say, but the intent and impact, two different things. For one, you cannot compare. You can't compete where you don't compare. So that's in response to the first text message.
Right.
As far as Megan goes, I wish better for her. I wish better for her.
That's a great perspective.
Because at the end of the day, he found himself in this situation based on his choices and decisions. But yet he's putting the aspects of the outcomes of those in his from his emotional state on her, for seeking support, etc. But that is based upon decisions that he made to be with someone else who obviously has some things going on personally, and that will never understand his lived experience based on what has gone down since. So I don't like it. I don't like it. So I care from the extent that I wish better for Megan.
Come on, Buffneck.
Yeah.
Come on, Buffneck.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You know you can't do that. You know you can't do that. It's wild. I'm glad it happened before Black History Month. Because had this happened during Black History Month, and we've seen those messages, and that I heard that audio, you comparing this white woman to Coretta Scott King, it would have been way worse for you, bro, in the public. And I'm telling you right now, just don't do that no more. Don't do that. And I'm not saying that he got what he deserved, because a lot of this messaging around this situation has been, see, this is why black men not supposed to be with white women. But you can be jammed up with any woman.
For sure.
If you don't pick the right woman. And there's plenty of dudes out here that's in trouble messing with the wrong woman, and it don't matter if she's black or white. If you don't pick correctly, she gonna jam you up. And especially at his level, you got to be way smarter than the rest of us.
Yeah.
To a degree about who you decide to be in company with, because her being the way that she is, then mess up your money. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't got your Marvel, all that, they taking away all that stuff.
Marvel
you know
money.
Marvel
gone.
You know what I'm saying? It's hurting your money.
Army endorsement, U.S. Army endorsement, all of that gone.
They said he was supposed to be Dennis Rodman in his biopic. He never had a biopic.
Yeah. So it's just like, you just got to be smarter about who you choose to be with, whether they white or black, whatever, especially, you know what I'm saying, in the situation that he's in. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you just can't be jammed up. But it just made it look even more ridiculous when you look at the woman that she was with, the woman that he was with, and then, like, now he's with Megan Good. How did you go from...
How did you fail up?
Patty Mayonnaise to...
He said Patty Mayonnaise!
How you go from Patty Mayonnaise to Megan Good? Like,
Don't you compare that woman to Patty Mayonnaise. Patty Mayonnaise was legit. She was down for my man Doug.
So now you basing... Go ahead, man. Go ahead, yo.
Then we just talking about jumping out the window.
Troy live in a wild world, yo.
Then we just
He
talk
live in
about
a
jumping out
wild
the window.
world.
I'm just saying, like it was just 180 degrees opposite. It wasn't like he jumped from that white woman to another white woman. It was like this white woman all the way to Megan Good. Like, how does that?
Yeah.
You know, how does that happen? Like, how does it? And this is just me. If you had an option to be with Megan Good or an opportunity,
didn't have that option
or
my boy was
or
in the
level,
mix. She was married.
I mean, after the fact, they've been split up for a while.
They broke up. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you're in the space where you can even get someone like Megan Good, then there has to be other black women comparable to that that he could have chosen to be with.
You think
That's
so?
all I'm saying.
Mm.
As much as he's been on the front of GQ magazine, as much as he's been the symbol for sex as it relates to black men for the last him and Michael B. Jordan been the only two black men that they really been pushing.
But they've
for
shown
like
that they don't know how to pick them.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Both
with
of
him
them.
being in the spotlight like that, I'm sure there were black women comparable to a Megan Good that he could have
Maybe, I can't call
with that type of fame, whatever. So it's not good optics. It's like, oh, so you thought it was sweet over here, it didn't work out for you. Now let me walk back over here to where the black girls be at, and try to clean myself up.
Yeah,
but I think too, like I said, I wish better for her in this regard, for knowing from where she came from as well. Obviously, we don't know the nuance of the previous relationship that she had with the pastor or whatever. I don't know how long they were married with her, but it's just, again, he different than dude. So like I said, I'm of the belief people don't have no type. Like
They don't.
I ain't got no type. Like, that's legit.
Got no type.
And then obviously people change, seasons change, people change, needs change, all of that. But it is a complete 180 for sure.
My question is, what did you do that was Martin Luther King Jr. ish that you required a Coretta Scott?
But that's the thing. I think he wasn't comparing it in that way. It was just a poor comparison.
Yeah,
it's really poor, because if you think about it, you don't need a Coretta if you ain't a Martin Luther King
He
Jr.
explained it on his Good Morning America interview, but I can't remember the exact framing that he used, because they asked him that. Like, she asked him straight up, "What is your obsession with Coretta Scott King and wanting these women to be quote unquote a Coretta?" And he was trying to explain the metaphor of it, of why he says that, but I can't remember what the explanation was, because by that time I had already checked out on the conversation, because I just think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. But I think that's a great observation, and I concur with the both of you all. But hopefully he'll be able to rebound, and he'll be able to jump on some stuff, a little bit later on, as far as like movie projects and things like that. It's been said that he's probably won't be able to get into white cinema for a while. So, which is okay, because black cinema is just as good. It's just as good. And I think him trying to prove a lot in that realm. Yes, you lost the bag over at Marvel, but you're not gonna be able to get back to where you were, but you could be able to find some good work.
I think he'll be able to get back to where he was.
Yeah,
Eventually people will forget about this situation. They won't forget about it, but it will become less of a eyesore, and eventually someone in the future will reference it at some point. But I definitely think he'll be able to get back to where he is right now, the level that he is right now.
Yeah, and it wasn't like in the court case, the person who was driving the car, the way he described it, it was like she's doing everything, and he's just trying to get away.
That also goes to the system, the way the system is set up as well. You know what I mean? Like, again, truth is truth, but facts don't matter to people no more.
Yeah.
So, but you also have to be cognizant of putting yourself in certain situations, because that ain't the first time she's hit him. You know what I'm saying?
So being crazy, because that's why he trying to tell her to act right.
You know what I'm saying? So you put yourself in situations and you allow certain things to happen, and it grows, and now you the one being punished and because of who you are, because she don't have that as much to lose as you. So that's the other piece. You can't be with individuals who ain't got as much to lose as you.
We talked about that once.
Yes,
before.
we have.
We definitely did talk about that. What did we say about that?
I advise the people to not do that.
Not go for someone who has nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's in any situation.
Any
Friendship,
situation.
relationship, don't mess or connect yourself to someone who doesn't have nothing to lose.
Who is she anyway? Like, I've never, like, she's a nobody
in the grand scheme of things. But I don't roll in those circles.
I don't know.
She could be
She
anybody.
could be so much. Her pops could be a filmmaker or a director or something. I mean,
What
we
they
don't
call
know.
them, trust fund kids. She could
Maybe,
be a trust
yeah,
fund
I don't
kid.
know.
Yeah.
She had to be some level. No, she don't have to be, but she has to be some level of importance for her to be in close enough proximity for him to think that she would be a good option.
Yeah. All right, my man, Jonathan Majors. Feel feel sorry for you.
Come on, Buffneck.
Come on, Buffneck. You know what? One of the funny things is that what Cat Williams said in his whole rant was like, how is he the symbol of male beauty? He said he got one of them civil rights faces.
He said if he look good, then all look good.
We got a big nose, big lips. How is he the symbol of sex symbol?
Troy was practicing that.
He
impression.
did.
He couldn't wait to
He
drop
did.
that on.
You
couldn't wait to drop that on us.
When Cat Williams did Pimp Chronicles, oh my bruh, he was the best comedian ever. That was by far the funniest thing. The funny part was when they was doing drugs and he was like, yeah, when we do this movie, it's like, and they keep on going. It's like, did you know we can see you? So Cat Williams, it's pretty good though. My impersonation is pretty good. I got some good impersonations. Y'all love my impersonation. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that y'all commended me on my
Crazy.
impersonations.
Oh my.
You not sick, man. You been coughing today.
No, I just got a cough. I'm not sick. I just got a cough.
Is it something that I said that amuses you, Melvin Brown III?
The next topic. What's the next one?
Yes.
What's the next one you got, bro?
So in the same vein of talking about Cat Williams, so Ludacris dropped a diss record
Yo,
on Cat
he
Williams.
didn't drop a diss record. He dropped a response.
So apparently, Cat Williams had mentioned that Ludacris was a part of the Illuminatis. Okay.
Mhm.
First of all, where's the application? I want to see it. Okay, because I
Why
might.
you want to see it?
I don't know. I just want to see if it's real. But Cat Williams insinuated that not even insinuate. He said that Ludacris was a part of the Illuminati because he cut his dreads off to be a part of a movie, and he would get X amount of money over a certain number of years. Not only did he say that, but he went as far as to say that if you are married to a light-skinned woman with a bad-looking smush face or something like that, he started clowning people who are married to light-skinned women with mush faces.
He was referring to specific comedians, not all men who have a light skin.
Right. In the industry. Yeah.
I got you. Which is funny. I'm glad you clarified that because in his dating history, he married a light-skinned woman who kind of had like a smush face
and
a
a
little
big
bit.
nose.
And a big nose. So
She had a Jonathan Majors nose. She did. And she got a nose job.
So somebody comes back. Somebody says something about you. You drop a diss track. What? How do you feel about that?
Luda's response,
Yes,
or Cat Williams' response to Ludacris?
all of it.
Well, number one, I think people were ridiculous for thinking that Luda was gonna do anything but drop a rap response. He's a rapper,
Right.
so people were like, "Well, why you drop a rap? I'm a rapper. That's
Mhm.
how I respond to the beef. Like I
Mhm.
drop a rap or whatever."
Mhm.
So it's just, what else would they expect him to say in that moment, or how would they expect him to react or respond? I think that Cat did not do himself a service by dropping a response freestyle to Ludacris's
Mhm.
freestyle, because you had already done the work.
Yeah,
He was already on top. He was already ahead. That was his response to you, like trying to catch up. Why you need to drop a response
Yeah.
record? He should have just left it on, you know what I'm saying, Club Shay Shay, and let it live. He didn't need to respond.
That's true. Because he gained everything he needed to gain from that. Actually, he doesn't need to say anything more anymore.
At all, because
Actually, what he needs to do is just go ahead, be quiet, do this tour.
leave it be.
Y'all trying to go? Y'all trying? I think he coming to Charlotte.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
sold
watching
out
it in
already.
Raleigh. Yeah.
Oh, it's sold out already?
Yeah, I checked.
Oh, my man, he did himself a good service by doing Club Shay Shay. That joint got like 50 million views right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Unc.
Yeah, Unc hilarious.
I shout out to Unc. I did tell my friends that I don't think he was the best interviewer, but he did what he needed to do. He just gave Cat the platform, and Cat.
What
did the whole
makes
rest of the
him
work.
not a good interviewer?
Some of the questions he was asking, like in the sequence of how he was asking them. You know what I'm saying? Like in one one sense, Cat has said he said Diddy wants to party and you got to tell him no. That's what he said, right?
Mhm.
You got to tell him no. Then Shannon Sharpe says, do you think growing up in Ohio you had to be funny? It was like, bro, what are we talking about here?
Mm.
He just mentioned Puff Daddy. You need to go on to continue to do that conversation right there.
Okay.
You don't need to go back to talking about childhood and things like that.
So here is where I think that what's the best way for me to say it? Everyone who's saying that he's not a good interviewer, I would categorize as nosy people who like to be in other people's business.
Mm.
Because the only reason they're saying he's not a good interviewer is because they felt like he left information on the table that they personally wanted to know. So because he didn't go further about P. Diddy, you say he's not a good interviewer. He changed the topic. Other people like, well, he left a lot on the table that could have been talked about. You just want to know more about this tea that that you want to hear. So now he's a bad interviewer because you didn't get the information that you personally wanted. That don't make him a bad interviewer. And if we talking about P. Diddy, which we all know is a sensitive subject in America right now, there's
Sure.
a lot of people who are avoiding those conversations. Why would I dive
Purposefully,
deeper
yeah.
into that?
Mhm.
Why would I dive deeper into that subject versus moving on? Because we all know people protecting
I hear
their
you.
business and stuff like
But
that.
Cat says this: if you say something like that, you a fat Faison lie. Oh, Cat, you funny. When did you realize that
He
you
asked
were
him what
funny?
Faison was lying about.
but the sequence of questions, I use it. I just pull that out because that's the first thing that came to the top of my head. Is the interview happened a few weeks ago, but he would ask questions. He was just reading off a cue card instead of being able to like weave in and out of the conversations that was being had right there in front of him.
I don't think that he's necessarily a bad interviewer. Again, so we have to also remember.
Maybe I expected him to be a journalist.
But the interview itself was almost 3 hours long.
Sure.
Mhm.
So then if it was 3 hours long that they put into the thing, then they had to be there for longer than 3 hours. So we don't know how the production edited the clips
Right.
to fit it into that window of time or what they cut down on it. So there could have been additional conversation.
It wasn't no edits.
I'm just, bro, come on now. All those podcasts have edits.
I watched that. Now, come on now.
All
You
those
know I'm an
shows have-
editor.
all those shows have edits.
Oh, I know, and I know when there's
So
when
ain't
something's
no
being
way they
edited.
took all 3 hours of raw footage of them and didn't edit parts and didn't cut out parts or leave certain
Y'all
parts
think
out.
you think they did a 5-hour interview?
I think that
and
they
cut
were
it
there
down
for
to
way
3?
long. I think that they were way longer than 3 hours
Yeah.
to get that much content.
Hey Shannon, how you doing? I just walked up in the studio. Let me get mic'd up real quick. Yeah, all of that together,
I think that interview
but they
was way
sat down
longer
to
than 3
interview
hours.
maybe 3 hours and 30
I think that
minutes.
interview was way longer than 3 hours, and they cut as much. They kept as much as they could keep because they knew it was going to be a hit. But they still worked
Yeah, I
it
would
down
agree
to
with
3
that.
hours.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That interview was way longer than 3 hours, and they edited down to just under 3 and tried to keep the most exciting element or parts of that interview. He had to say way more than that there.
I would not argue against you that he probably said some more that they may have cut out.
Mhm.
But some of the stuff was flowing. And there you obviously could see there's not a cut. And Shannon was just asking questions.
People just wanted him to go deeper at certain
And
parts
you're right.
to get more.
You are
information
right. I was
for
like,
their
bro,
own
why
personal gain.
you keep going back to his childhood? Why you keep going back to his hometown? Let's talk about now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cat's already shared everything about his life previously on other stuff. But I understand, the newest thing, you got to be able to say you the one that actually asked him these type of questions. I completely understand.
Okay, so let's put it this way. Another perspective then. If I'm having you come to my show, I have a list of questions prepared to ask you about to get through the show. You come and you already have predetermined in your mind The only reason
It
I'm
was
coming here
predetermined,
is
yeah.
because all these other people that you had on was saying stuff about me
Mhm.
and saying stuff that wasn't true. So I know you invited me for your purpose, but I already know why I'm
Got a
coming
different
here.
agenda.
Mhm.
So my agenda is different.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
my
yeah.
cards were not. I didn't know that you was gonna do that
Mhm.
with your situation. So my cards not lining up with what your scheme was. We've done on this on the podcast before.
Yeah, I
We
was
talked
actually
ab-
about to bring it
Yeah,
up.
we talked about what we want to talk about before we get on here, and then the recording started. And you be like, "Hey, well, I wanted to crack out this this thing," and we like, "Oh, we ain't planning to talk about that."
Why
but-
nickels bigger than dimes?
But then we
You know?
flow with it and we make it work.
We
We
flow with it and make it work.
gold.
But I'm just saying the plan was we pre-discuss. Usually in those situations, they will discuss with someone what do you want us to talk about? What do you want to stay away from?
Yeah.
What can we discuss? What can we not talk about? So then there's already been this vetted list of questions where you've approved, like, we could talk about these things. So maybe I'm going off of my cards of what we agreed we could talk about. But you, like, he didn't go deeper into those questions. He didn't give me the information, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted. So I don't think that it's necessarily a bad interview. I think it's a mix of Cat going rogue because he already had his own plan for what he wanted to do, and then the editing to cut down certain aspects of it. But people only saying he's a bad interview because they were hating on the fact that he got the interview and it did so well. Just like I was hating on Lace for being called a good person when I know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's hard.
It's a similar
out here.
situation.
It's hard out
being a good
here.
dude.
It's hard out here.
Being a good dude.
That's what I be saying.
I've never heard you say that, but
Not a once.
I say it all the time.
Not a once.
Not a once.
Matter of fact, I think I've heard you call yourself the villain or the bad guy more times than I've heard yourself call yourself a good guy. But at the same time, let me affirm you and letting you know I really appreciate how you bring you every time we do something. I really do appreciate
I
that.
appreciate that, Troy.
Yeah. And the way that the clothes be matching, like the way you put that hat with that,
Thank you, Troy.
yeah. Only you could pull that off.
Only you.
Only you could pull that off.
Only you.
What I do?
I'm gonna get Lace a bullhorn for echoes because all Lace like I'm gonna echo what Troy said. I'm gonna piggyback off of what Troy said.
And also, I want to say you a really good father.
I hate when people piggyback. I hate when they piggyback me. Let me not. I don't care. I think it's
Whoa,
annoying when they do it to
nasty
other people.
word.
No,
I don't
actually,
like when they piggyback- I don't like when
think
they
it's a pause.
piggyback
I don't
me.
think it's a pause. I don't think it's a pause. I don't.
What's the next topic? What's the next? Don't care.
Yo, have y'all been keeping up with with the craze for the Stanley Cups?
I've seen it over the holidays. Yeah.
So, just recently, Target dropped a special color combination. You would have thought they was dropping J's back in the day. You remember how J's used to be? People be in the lines for all types of the morning just to go pick them up.
I've been one of those people.
So
Same.
people were in line about to fight each other because they were trying to get in Target to get these special color Stanley Cups. I forgot what color they were. But people rushed in, grabbed them. You had to get a ticket number in order to get a Stanley. You thought they was dropping PlayStation 5s, 6s even, at the time. And so nowadays, if you don't have a Stanley Cup, you're not in the in crowd.
Who said that?
That's the type of fad that it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a Stanley Cup to have some type of status. So much to the point of where little kids are going to school not having Stanley Cups, and other kids are roasting them saying, you got a fake Stanley.
Where do you get this information?
My timeline is crazy, bro.
Kids, you got kids on your timelines telling
It's
each other.
parents telling the stories about their kids going to school getting bullied because they don't have a Stanley Cup. Now listen,
Bruh.
that doesn't really affect me so much, but I remember distinctly. There's a reason why that story specifically stood out to me about the kid getting picked on. So I started going to a new barber. My stepdad started taking me to a new barber. It changed my life, by the way. I was like, what was my other barber doing? But anyway, I went to a new barber when I was a kid. And not only did this barber cut hair, but barbers got hustles. You know what I'm saying? His hustle was he did prints.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was at a time where you can get a print of anything you wanted. You can get a print of the Bugs Bunny and Tasmania Devil with the with the hood clothes. You know what I'm saying? That was really dope. Or you can get a Tommy Hilfiger print. You can get you know what I'm saying? You can get like a FUBU print. Like you can get designer clothes printed. So my stepdad was like, listen, I'm in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm in middle school. My stepdad was like, hey man, I got this Tommy Hilfiger shirt for you. You can go ahead and start rocking it to school and go with them Converses you got right there. You know what I'm saying? Because, I had the Converse. I had the J's, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So I wore my Tommy Hilfiger shirt to school, and I'm on the bus, and I'll never forget this day. Chad Williamson.
My boy, go ahead.
Chad Williamson. He's like, your shirt fake. I said, my shirt ain't fake. I got the shirt on. How is it fake? He said, that's not a real Tommy Hilfiger. I said, it says Tommy Hilfiger on it. How is it fake? He said, goes in my shirt, pull my tag out, and say Toltex on it. And now I'm fake shirt Tommy Hilfiger for the rest of the day.
Fake shirt Tommy. Fake shirt Tommy. Fake shirt Tommy.
And that was a traumatic instance in my life.
Yo.
They got a Witty
You
Hutton
had it
t-shirt.
hard, bro. A Witty Hutton.
He had the Witty Hutton t-shirt.
Hey, yo. So nothing clicked when you was at the shop and was like, he putting FUBU on one shirt,
Tommy on
and
another.
Tommy on another. Like, it just...
You got to understand, I was how you see Miles. Innocent kid, not exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know the difference between J's and Payless at that time. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in Payless. To be quite honest with you. Single parent home, you know what I'm saying, until my mom got married. And then then my stepdad, I really appreciate him for that. He put me on to, it was like, hey, bro.
You appreciate him for getting you roasted?
No.
Okay.
Because I did get roasted, and he was like, all right, we're going to fix that. You know what I'm saying? And he put me on to, hey, man, you could pay more than $20 for some tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Got
like,
you.
He started, I think he might have bought me my first J's, my first 2 pairs of J's, to be quite honest with you. And I started being a little bit fresh. You know what I'm saying? And about that time. But it was that transition period. I didn't have a parent that always stay fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom is always going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You.
So I have a parent like a male who's a good father who take care of his kids, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that they pray before they get in the car, and he drop them off at school, and then he go back to school and pick them up later on the day. That's what a good father does. I didn't have a good father like that. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to make sure that you feel affirmed in me saying that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, Troy.
I didn't have that, and so I was very innocent and not really exposed. And so that day on the bus when Chad Williams said that my Tommy Hilfiger shirt was fake.
So how'd you handle that?
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because we already know you was what? This was middle school, so you was already 0-2.
Wait,
Was
what
this
was
before
my
after?
other law?
This
Was
was
this
this
before
before
or
after you
after
got your
lunch?
glasses smacked off in the lunch line.
After.
Okay, so you 0-2.
You 0-2. So how did you respond to that?
0-2.
So how did you respond?
Now I know why you hated middle school.
Yeah.
These two instances alone let me know why you hated your middle school.
Middle school was terrible, but high school was fantastic. I loved high school.
Right.
High school was amazing. How did I respond? I'll never be fake again. Never be fake again. Now I don't care. I'm like Mel. Hey man, where you get them shorts from? I don't know. I just picked them up at this when I was at Costco.
Hey, see, nobody asked you to tell. No, this was about you. Okay, focus on you.
I just want
Focus on you. Don't be telling them.
inclusive. I want to be inclusive,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that this is an equitable experience for all of us.
So what did you do in that moment though? You
In
said
that
you never be fake again.
In that moment, I learned to debate and saying it can't be fake because it says Tommy Hilfiger across the shirt. It can't be.
Mm-hmm.
But then after later, research, it was 100%.
Yeah.
It's 100% fake. Especially after we went back to the shop and he got thousands of these shirts printed up. He got thousands of these shirts in the back.
That is hilarious.
Oh, rest in peace to Scotty, man. You was the dude. I was my barber. He was the one that used to have a printing joint. So from then on, you know what I'm saying, it's like I'll never be fake again. Actually that's what kickstarted me. It's so funny. What's people's origin stories? That's what really motivated me when I got to like 14. I was like, I want to have my own job. I can't be dependent upon these people to give me clothes and to give me CDs and stuff like that, and video games and the Source magazine. Like I can't depend upon my parents all the time. So I got a job at the age of 14, and I haven't not worked ever since, except for the time I got fired and I was laid off for 3 months.
Crazy.
We at the end, man. Let's wrap this up.
Dang, that was fast.
That was fast.
I'll tell my villain origin story one day, but it ain't gonna be today. But I got you, so you can stop being left out there by yourself. I'm gonna stop leaving you out there by yourself.
I want to know Lace's villain origin story.
Like
Oh,
say
yeah,
that one because
I
you know he
think-
ain't never
and
been,
I don't
been through
even-
nothing.
I could definitely share that.
Because it could partially be like just hereditary, because I see in your daughter, like she be like kind of villainous sometimes.
Oh yeah, she very witty. She's
like
quick on her feet.
She really quick. I
Quick
can't
on her feet.
remember what she said last time. Oh, when you y'all was in the she heard a clip from us from Manly D's and she was like, I think he does like them, Dad. Likes what? He likes men. I was like, no, he does not like men. Don't talk. Yeah. So this has been the Manly D's podcast. It's your boy T. Roy, Melly Mel, Life Coach Lace. We up out of here. Peace.
Troy knew he was fresh.
Yeah,
He probably had his shit laid out.
I did.
Got up early. Like,
I
I'm going to
did.
kill him with this joke.
I
He had
did.
thousands of them joints. He had thousands of them joints.
Good night.